A lot of us write down a goal, put it in the shelf, don't look at it until the end of the year or maybe mid-year and go, oh, how are we tracking with this goal? Big reason why 92% of people fail at setting goals and achieving them. So something to stay in your head, something to make sure that you're constantly looking at is writing it down on a piece of paper and read it every morning. Read it every single morning, all right? And that will literally drive you. Well, it reminds you, okay, what do I have to do this week? What do I have to do next week? What do I have to do this month, next month in order to achieve this goal? Super, super important. Super important.
Yeah, and that's I think it's those top 3 to 5 goals that are really, really impactful. And I like to do those goals not for let's talk about that. Those 3 to 5 goals that you write down every day. I want you to do your 1 year goals, where you want to be in 1 year. Don't do the 25 or the 10 year or the 5 year. Do that 1 year of what you want to achieve in that year. And those top 5 goals that really resonate with you. You can do more if you like. I like to print off all my 1 year goals, and I like to read them. And then I look at my top 3. Of course, I highlight them and I'll really look at them. And then once I guess you start doing that, you start embedding that into your subconscious mind, which is, something that, once it's in your mind and it's, you're thinking about it all the time, then you're going to start implementing that in your life without you even really knowing. It's like being unconsciously competent. When you start driving a car at the beginning, you're consciously competent. You're consciously making sure you're aware driving the car, making sure you're looking in your mirrors and you're making sure there's people not, there's no one in your blind spots, and you're making sure you're driving in between the lines. Then all of a sudden, after a long period of time, you're unconsciously competent. You're unconsciously, you jump into the car without even knowing what you're doing. You do the same pattern. You put your seatbelt on. You start up the car the same way. You put the radio on the same way. You put it in drive, and you just drive. You don't even. Sometimes you forget how you're driving to that destination. All of a sudden, you're just there. You're unconsciously knowing how to do that because you're competent. Now, it's the same thing with goals, kind of. If you can really embed that in your mind, every single day, you're implementing small steps every single time. So once you have that vision, you're reading those goals every single day. Now, we want to go over those goals. So I like to look over my goals every quarter, all my goals from 25 years all the way down to that 1 month. Every quarter, I like to look at them and review them. So I might add some goals, I might scrap some goals. And these might be the long-term vision goals as all the short-term vision goals as well. What I'll do, but every month, just go over that 1 year goal and just have a look at what you've set for the month. The month, I guess the 6 months and the 3 months. Now, this shouldn't take you too long. Really, it shouldn't take you, because if you've already got it all set out, setting the goals, putting purpose and value, and all your other topics that all other strategies that we just talked about, that might take you some time. It might take you a couple of hours. That's okay, because it's worth it. But after this, it gets really easy. So you just review it every three months or every quarter, over all the goals. And then, of course, once a month, you just want to sit there, look at your monthly goals and see how you're tracking, what you achieved. And then rewrite out those new monthly goals for the month. And I like to have them already out on a list. And I look at them every single morning in my journal. I open it up and I've got 2 impactful goals for my wealth. I've got 2 impactful goals for my health. I've got 2 impactful goals for my relationships. And if you like as well, you can do your contribute goals as well, and you can do your relationship goals or family goals, etc. As well, and just do 2 of each. And you just look at them every month and see how you go. Tick them off. Once you've ticked them off, you've done the right, you've achieved that goal. And that is small steps, because you've broken it down so much from all the way from 25 years all the way down to 1 month, and you're breaking it down and you can tick it off. And then I guess if you don't achieve that goal, that's all good. Set it for the next month. But you're looking at these things. And you might have to, we like to set weekly goals, but we'll do this for our business, and we can probably talk about that in another session, which is more impactful, about talking about the business and setting weekly goals. But this is more for your personal life. So looking over those goals, setting step-by-step stones, measuring them, making sure you're on track. And if not, and you need some accountability, need some support, reach out to those people. Those people will help you, and they'll put you on the right path.